Oh, this you crazy mother.
The Desk Dash from BeelineSim, a fully functional USB-powered gauge cluster for your sim rig that comes with a 10,000 RPM tachometer, oil temperature, water temperature, oil pressure, and fuel level gauges. At BeelineSim, we integrate professional-grade gauges from Marshall Instruments, control hardware and software from simprojects.com, and our own cross-connects and chassis fabrication to bring you a plug-and-play solution that is pre-tested, pre-assembled, and pre-configured. The Desk Dash has a programmable shift indicator, warning indicators, and your choice of orange or white backlighting with the flick of a switch. The Desk Dash, only from BeelineSim. If you're looking for realism, it doesn't get any better than this. This is the finish line. This is Beeline. Visit us on the web at BeelineSim.com. This is the finish line. You don't get here by quitting the race a few laps early, or by driving at half throttle. You get here by giving it 100%. So if you're a sim racer, why would you settle for a steering wheel that's only 80% of what you need? Instead, upgrade your stock G27 with a full-size wheel from BeelineSim products. BeelineSim provides customized controls and systems integration for the sim racer that's looking for an extra edge over the competition. Our wheel upgrade kits are pre-wired to plug right into your G27 with no loss of button or shift indicator functionality. Everything comes complete, including a full-size 13.5-inch Grant Formula GT wheel, HDPE adapter hub, button plate made from 1/4-inch ABS plastic, along with all of the connectors and mounting hardware you need for just $150 plus shipping. So why settle for 80% of a wheel when you can have 100% with an upgrade kit from BeelineSim? This is the finish line. This is Beeline. Visit us at BeelineSim.com.
Welcome back everyone to this iRacing event here on the Broadcasting Network of the ECR Elite Championship Series BeelineSim Designs Series, or BeelineSim Product Series. And tonight we are at Dover and we're looking at your current chase right now. Jonathan Boger landed himself a win last week, first race of the chase, so he is locked in for Kansas. And let's see who will be here tonight and lock themselves in. I know TREVOR ROPPOLO has a fast time right now, being your current leader in practice. Let's go ahead and go down to the track and see what's going on as far as the weather goes. Right now it is 67.5 degrees. It is 94.5 degrees on the track, 44% humidity. And Luis says, God help us all. Yeah, I was talking to these guys earlier and they said it is super slick out there. Let's go ahead and get back to live here, as these guys will be getting to go qualifying to see who can put in the best lap here tonight. We have 20 cars here tonight, and I believe Anthony Thitchner will be joining me in the broadcast booth tonight very shortly. Don't forget, tonight, guys, this series is brought to you by BeelineSim Products. You can find them on the web at BeelineSim.com. Also, don't forget to check out tomorrow night over on the Ford Entertainment Group, the Pit Stop Design Cup Series. The link is in the description below. And for you guys that do like to view cockpit views of anybody that's going around the track, there's quite a few links in the description below, including Ed Adams. We've got Jason O'Connor. Let's see, who else do we have? Justin Michael. It's just a mixed bag of people that like to race cockpit views. See if Nick Olson, that GoDaddy Chevrolet, can make it around the track in a decent amount of time. I know he was having some issues during practice, slipping out of 4 there, and it looks like he's going to restart his lap. Caleb Sheets out there, the number 26, a Chase Contender, trying to throw it down as fast as a lap as he can. These guys are looking to get locked into that round of 8. I can tell you what, there's a lot of people here tonight. A lot of the Chase guys are here tonight, if not all of them. And it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top. Let's go ahead and run down the list. And as you see, out of the 8 current positions, they are Chase people, so that's nice to see. You got TREVOR ROPPOLO in the number 90, currently leading. Oh, Thomas Lattimore bumped down Caleb Sheets and the rest of the group. So as your current top 10 rolls down, we've got TREVOR ROPPOLO, Thomas Lattimore, Caleb Sheets, Ken Worley, James Nunn, Luis SALMASO, Rob Haynes, Ralph VANDERVORSTE, Daniel Reese, and Matthew George. Brad Boger just jumped up there. And also a big shout out to Luis SALMASO and Jaws Graphics for co-sponsoring this chase to allow it to be broadcasted here in the Broadcasting Network. And also check out Jaws Graphics over on Trading Paints. I will be racing a car tomorrow specifically made by him for my mother to help celebrate Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And hits home for some of us, including myself, so ECR does like to definitely represent that. And you will see some guys out here tonight with breast cancer awareness cars. I think Ed Adams is racing one himself. And he is currently not qualifying, so got quite a few people in here tonight. As I said, 20 cars are on the track. I believe, as I said, I believe Anthony will be in the booth with me. So, want to appreciate you all coming in tonight, watching the race. Hopefully, we have a good, clean race. Hopefully, these guys don't get loose out of 4 too often. And it's going to be a good chase race. These guys have about 30 seconds left of qualifying. And top 10 has changed quite a bit. And we had an update. Ken Worley, I did not have that updated last week because it was a last minute thing. Ken Worley is in the chase, so his number has been updated here on the overlay. And if you guys want to make any shout outs or have any predictions on who's going to actually win here tonight, go ahead and feel free to shout out. I have the live chat going as always. And if you guys would like to own your very own Broadcasting Network t-shirt, check out Custom Ink. They have the design over there. The link is on my main YouTube page itself. We recently had a fundraiser going on and sold quite a few shirts, so definitely big kudos to all those that participated in that fundraiser for the channel. So let's go ahead and get everything up. We got leader, which is not Daniel Reese, it is Trevor ROPPOLO. Get that beautiful ticker up here. I also like to have a big shout out to George Price making this theme possible. He's helped me tweak it throughout this year. I started using it last year a little bit, but we made some major tweaks and it seems to be running a lot better. So thank you, George Price, who normally runs in the 48. So with all these guys starting here tonight, I wonder if anyone is going to pull over into their pits and let the field go by, because they might be suspecting a couple of crashes right off the bat, but hopefully we won't see that here tonight. And I think I just heard the broadcast booth door open. Is that Anthony Thitchner?
Ooh, it smells like feet in here, Scotty.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's kind of hot. Glad to have you in here tonight. Are you also RCing?
Yes, sir.
Awesome, awesome. It's was talking to the YouTube out there, seeing if anyone has any predictions on who's going to win here tonight.
Well, right now, I see some really fast guys. I was looking at practice times. Practice times do tell a tale. Caleb Sheets and Ken Worley had a real nice qualifying time. They were only 14th and 11th fastest respectively, and they ended up 3rd and 4th in qualifying. So some of these guys figured something out from when they went in practice. They might have sandbagged a little bit. I don't know. I mean, Caleb Sheets picked up 3/10 from practice to qualifying. So you never know, man. It's Dover. Anything can happen.
And I do believe we have all the chase races here tonight. I may be wrong about that.
No, the 33, I think, is missing.
That's a shame.
45. Whoever's supposed to drive the 45. I think he's subbing.
Oh, that's right. Frank is subbing. Yep. Now I was talking about how these guys are getting loose out of 4 here in practice, and hopefully they keep their act together and have a good clean race.
Absolutely.
What's the fuel window look like tonight?
Well, that's a good question. Something we're going to find out here tonight.
Awesome.
I don't think SOUCY's here either. SOUCY is, he had baby duty, so Josh SOUCY might be getting knocked out due to that. That's horrible. I know that he was really planning on being there at Homestead and being a contender.
Well, we still got one more race to go in this set of races, so hopefully he's able to make it. Alright, Trevor ROPPOLO is off as we are green flag racing here at Dover Downs for 150 laps in the ECR BeelineSim Product Series.
You see Caleb Sheets and Trevor ROPPOLO off to a good start there. Thomas Lattimore in fourth, hunting down the third place car of James Nunn. Lattimore is subbing tonight for Josh Conover in the Haters Make Us Famous number 86.
They went 3 wide there on that first lap.
I missed that action.
I do believe it was the 24 of Nick Olson came 3 wide out of corner number 4.
These guys are keeping a single file right now, just trying to keep it safe, waiting for somebody to mess up. A lot of pressure getting put on right now on James Nunn.
Glad to have you in here tonight, Anthony. It's been a while since you've been up in the booth.
I missed it, man. I missed it. Been working a lot lately, and I seen that you had a spot open, so I was like, hey, raising my hand.
Awesome. Definitely happy about that. I would have done it by myself. I did last week for the most part. I did have one person come in for a little while because they crashed out, but I'm hoping for some good racing here tonight.
You got some big movers, guys, with just want to go to the front. I mean, Justin Michael getting real loose off of turn 4 there. He's already moved up from 14th to 7th. Jonathan Boger from 18th to 12th, and Ed Adams from 20th to 12th. So a lot of these, Boger is 18th to 10th, sorry. A lot of these guys are already picking up a lot of positions, Scotty. Some of them they want to go forward right now.
I think it's way too early to be pulling a few of these stunts that are going on. I mean, we're only on lap 5, so we got 145 laps left to go. They really need to keep their cars clean and their tires clean because they're going to wear them off too quick.
It'll be interesting to see who takes 4, who takes 2. If it's short runs, they might comes in for gas only, things like that. I mean, it's something that I haven't really studied. It's been a while since last time I was here at Dover, anyway.
Man, I miss racing Dover in the Beeline series. In the series last year, it was pretty fun, honestly. And we were using full setups, but realistic weather, which is kind of a trade-off. We're using half fuel and dynamic weather this year.
Something tells me we'll be going back to the real weather next year, and maybe fill them tanks back up. Make the races longer.
I think so, yeah, because sometimes the dynamic weather just does not work at all for these setup.
Well, real weather can be like that too. When you get to the summer months, track gets really, really hot.
Lattimore in the 86, he's trying to make a move on James Nunn right now, but he's also got number 2, Justin Michael, looking on that inside.
And the 2 is Justin Michael subbing in for Chad Engel. Normally drives that AC Delco number 2. Justin Michael hopped in the car, changed the paint scheme up, maybe for a little luck. Going to try to do the best he can for Chad tonight, as Chad could not be here.
This is precious for some of these guys. Granted, Chad's not in the chase, but if any of these chase racers miss one race, that could be it for them.
That's it. It's just like me in the Cup series. I can only make Talladega for round 2, so I'm pretty much going in to play the lottery.
Oh man, that's going to be rough too, because it's anybody's game at Talladega, especially with that draft and not overheating your car.
Yeah, Talladega for me is going to be, if I get in a wreck and DNF, that's it. Chase is over. But win or lose, that's it. 2 options. And Justin Michael got around Thomas Lattimore, now looking to hunt down the next car of James Nunn.
Now, the Cup Series is interesting because last year we ran it in real weather and we had setups. And this year, with dynamic weather and half fuel, you're not going to see those long runs at Talladega. I mean, it's only 85 laps, but it's still not going to be like it was last year. Not even close.
Oh, these guys are racing hard for 3rd place. James Nunn got the position back, got a little bit tight there, and didn't let the number 2 car of Justin Michael get around him. Thomas Lattimore is just watching on. He's not going to try to push the issue here.
He's fighting for it, though. I think you might see a little bit of an incident come between James Nunn and number 2 here. No, I'm excited. I'm actually excited for Talladega in the Cup Series. Last year, Myself, I had a John Schweikart set up, and he tweaked it a little bit for me. And Christ, I led pretty much half the race, I do believe.
The yellow flag is out.
First caution.
And Doug Hess is on his roof. His day might be over.
Oh man, I gotta go ahead and take a look at that. Let's see. Let's go to the chase and see what happened. He got up in the Nick Olson. Nick Olson turned him, and he's sliding down the front stretch, flipping like crazy.
Yeah, that looks like what happened. 31 came up into the 24 of Nick Olson.
That hump, that deadly hump. Yeah, I think he's done. I mean, it's a long race, so hopefully he's able to get that damage fixed and be back out there to at least finish. Gotta say, anyone that's watching is welcome to chat. I know usually the chat's hopping, but tonight it's really, really quiet.
Let me go share this. How many people are watching? 2? Yeah.
I shared it everywhere that I knew of. So with that said, we have green flag. Well, we have pit stops going on. Not green flag, but current pit stops. And let's see what these guys take. Obviously, fuel. Justin Michael taking 4. It looks like the entire top 10 are taking 4 in tires right now. And the rest of the field is also doing the same. Nick Olson fixing that damage. He's still currently in the pits. So yeah, everyone took 4 and took fuel. I honestly do not blame them. Now, considering how slick this track is here tonight, they really need to conserve their tires, and you know, some of these guys making big moves really early might not be the best for them. But yeah, Anthony, I did share this out to the Facebook sim pages, so.
Okay. I just shared it as the ECR page, so maybe that'll help as well.
Hopefully. And remember, guys, check out BeelineSim products, or BeelineSim.com for the wonderful products that Kenny Paul makes. And also check out Jaws Graphics over on Trading Paints, the co-sponsor for the Chase series this year and the ECR BeelineSim product series.
The 2 to go.
It should be, yes. These guys are still single file, so. Just going back through the paint schemes right now. Looks like number 4, SALMASO, is running Grill Master this week.
He is a grill master.
Yeah, I've seen some of the pictures he posts. Oh man.
So it's going to be unfortunate for Doug Hess, as well as Nick Olson, who has not raced since May. Just came back tonight looking to have a good night and gets involved in that one, which he is coming out of the pits just in time to beat the pace car out. So maybe it's not as bad as it looks, but I'm sure he got as much fixed, and he's gonna have a long night tonight in and out of pit lane trying to fix that thing up.
Yeah, his front end's pretty squished right now. The GoDaddy not looking right on his hood. He did come back last night and race with us in the truck series, but he didn't have a good night there either. And I tell you what, them boys were fast last night in those trucks. The tire wear off. The way the track was set up, there was little to no tire wear off. at least as far as green flag pit stop goes.
Trevor ROPPOLO and Caleb Sheets are going to take us to the green flag here. Thomas Lattimore and Justin Michael on that second row, with James Nunn and Stephen Massey in the third row.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, you got a lot of these four right now in the front are extremely fast. Caleb Sheets.
Oh, they're getting into it.
Yeah, Caleb Sheets bounced off the ball a little bit coming out of that. That knocked him back quite a way. Yeah, Justin Michael, move up. The battle for fifth is on. Looks like James Nunn has a little bit of right side damage as well. Man, these guys want it. I mean, you know, this is what it comes down to. This is what they've worked all year for, to get into this chase. Now that we're closing in on the second to last race before the round of 8, it's a time crunch.
Justin Michael ran a 22:43 that lap. Thomas Lattimore ran a 22:55. So Justin is closing in on Thomas Lattimore and Trevor ROPPOLO, our leader.
You know, it's funny because, you know, we talk about Justin Michael. He dominated the Truck Series during the off chase season, and he hasn't got a win yet in the chase. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do in the trucks next week, especially because this will be their last race going into the round of 6.
Yeah, it's always different. You got different drivers in the BeelineSim series as well. You know, it's a different track than last night, but just everybody seems to step it up in the chase. They all get more practice in. There's more people ready to go. So I know one thing, Ken Worley, he's been racing all year, missed a few races, but he's still looking for his first top 5s. Got a few top 10s, still looking for that first top 5 though, and he's sporting those green numbers, which means he's in the chase. As we're talking about him, he gets loose off the turn 4. He saves it. Great save, doesn't hit a wall.
You know, you talk about Ken Worley, he just barely made it into the chase too. If it wasn't for 25 dropping out, he wouldn't have made it in.
Correct. Yep. Ronnie Norman dropped out because he got a job running over the roads there in the big rig. So congrats to him. Remember Ronnie Norman? He won the championship last year in the trucks. Moved up to the BeelineSim series and didn't have as good of a year as he did last year. He was finding it pretty tough in these cars.
We got a battle for first right now. No, it's funny because he completely dominated the Truck Series last year. It was ridiculous. I mean, what do you have, like 13 wins, something like that?
Oh yeah, he dominated. Justin Michael going to get around Thomas Lattimore with a close one, comes up right into him, gets a little bit loose there. That's really close racing here on lap 29. A lot of racing to go.
You know, and it's really going to put everything for a loop if a non-chase driver wins. Me and Todd were talking about that last night, you know, debating on whether Andrew Melvin was going to win or whether Conover was going to get up there.
For trucks?
Yeah. Yeah, because we had a lot of battles up front that, or even Dalton Tucker was up front for quite some time, and a non-chase driver. So, you know, it would have really thrown things for a loop. But you know, we got a second person locked in, and hopefully we get a second person locked in here tonight. Tell you what, Anthony, I am really excited to be here tonight. I'm really excited to be able to broadcast this series. I absolutely love racing in this series, especially in the the ranked iRacing races. and definitely enjoyed it last year racing with you guys. So it's interesting to see how these newcomers. We have a lot of rookies to the league, and a lot of them are in the chase.
Just watching these guys battle all over the track, multiple battles. Luis trying to pass James Nunn right now for the 4th position. Rob HAYNES let Stephen Massey get by him, but he was trying to battle Jonathan Boger. He kind of just backed off a little bit there. Now he's getting pressure from Doug Hess. Caleb Sheets putting pressure, gave him a little bump, gave Doug a bump there. Like, these guys just, they are going at it like there's 5 to go right now.
Well, Doug's quite a few laps down right now too, so he's not really being competitive. I think he's just trying to get some laps back. Yeah, Hess is 13 laps down right now. It's glad to see 20 guys start though. I mean, especially for a chase race. You know, we were mentioning that last night, that some of these guys, you know, duck right out because it's the chase. They know they're not going to be able to get a championship. But, you know, it's sportsmanship and, you know, making your way through the league itself, saying, you know, I was here all year. Yes, I've done all these races. Granted, I wasn't in the chase, and, you know, try to finish out the year on a good note.
Well, one thing you forgot is owner's points. So we have an owner's championship, which pays more than the driver's championship. So if you have drivers who did not make the chase, you still want them to show up, and that's important and big time for owners. I see you see a lot of green numbers out here. Those green numbers, guys watching at home, green numbers represent the cars that are in the chase. So if you see green numbers, they're in the chase. And as you see, 11th, 10th, 9th, and 8th, all battling. Those are all chase contenders. You got Jonathan Boger right now in 6th place, Luis SALMASO in 5th, and the leader, TREVOR ROPPOLO, in 1st. Those are all chase contenders right now.
Love seeing all these green numbers here tonight. And for you guys at home, the overlay has also been updated to accommodate the green numbers, so you guys can actually see on the ticker and throughout the race who was in the chase.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a little behind the scenes work, but I love doing it.
Tell you one guy who really liked the green numbers, and that's Brad Borer in 10th place in the number 15 Monster Energy car.
Yeah, Brad's still maintaining 10th place. I mean, it's a long race, so, you know, there's really no reason for him to push it. Appreciate you guys out there watching here tonight. Definitely going to be some good racing going on out here. There already is. We've had one caution, but we're nearing lap 40 of 150, so it's going to be 110 laps to go. Let's go ahead and turn it up with TREVOR ROPPOLO going around here on lap number 40. As you see, guys, a very, very quick lap out there. 22-second, 23-second lap. But first, second, and third are holding their positions pretty well. Granted, James Nunn is getting the heat from Luis SALMASO right now. And Luis making a pass on him. I think James Nunn is wearing out his car just a little bit, and I think that damage is affecting him quite a bit. These guys also have to watch that dreaded hump coming out of corner number 4, much like the dreaded hump at New Hampshire Motor or as the locals like to refer to it as Loudon.
All right, I'm back. Sorry I had to step out there for a second, Scotty. I'm on diaper duty tonight.
It's all good, no worries. I figured something was up. Either lecturing one of the guys or family.
I'll tell you, this top three is stepping away with it. Got a 5-second lead on fourth place of Luis SALMASO. Luis has got James Nunn and Stephen Massey not so far behind him, though. Stephen just made a pass on James Nunn for that fifth place position.
It's moving on up, I can tell you that. And it looks like the 24, Nick Olson's getting lapped right now. Yeah, I think Nick came back in an unfortunate time of the year. I mean, as I said last night, he didn't do so well, and tonight, as you can see, he's not doing so hot as. But at least he came back, you know, finish out the year.
I tell you, man, the amount of talent in that top five right now is unbelievable. I don't know who's going to win this race. But you see right now, like Justin Michael was probably one of the favorites. He's having a tough time catching Trevor on these long runs. Trevor's got speed, and he can put together a long run as he stretches his lead out to 2 seconds.
Trevor's won a lot of races this year as well here in the Beeline Series. Brand new to us this year. Really showed what he's worth to the league, and hopefully he's going to come back next year and maybe step up to the Cup Series.
Back in 7th place, Jonathan Boger looking to get around James Nunn on the inside and just can't make it happen. He can't make it stick down there. So as we're seeing later in the runs, it's really hard to pass on that inside. You kind of just got to wait for the guy to mess up and make your move, or try to get around him to the outside and keep that momentum up. But I see here from the sky view, the rubber's really starting to get laid down, Scotty. It's looking dirty out there.
Yeah, I'm noticing it right now in 1 and 2. As these guys come around to 3 and 4, we'll go ahead and take a look. Yeah, this track is darkening up nice, and now that they finally fixed the track models, it does really affect the car now. And Boger is going to make a pass on the inside to Nunn, as he's going to come out here at corner number 2, or attempt to make a pass. He did not do so well.
Stephen Massey looking to get around Luis. I think he's going to make it stick, and it's going to work. He's going to get it into the 4th position.
99 laps to go here. These guys, you know what's ahead of them. They know how the track's starting to build up a little bit. I would assume everybody in this next green flag pit stop, if we make it to a green flag pit stop, will be taking all 4. I've seen people take 2 though, so it's really anybody's game at this point. Right now, we've got Justin Michael still sitting in second, almost 3 seconds behind TREVOR ROPPOLO, and ROPPOLO has led this entire race right now, and I bet his seat's feeling pretty hot.
I'll tell you, he's about a 10th or 2 faster each lap. I'll give you a rough estimate of how quick he is. The last 3 laps, our second place sitter Justin Michael ran a 24.0, a 23.8, and a 24.0. TREVOR ROPPOLO ran a 23.8, a 23.7, and a 23.8.
He's hitting his marks, and you know, that's all that matters with this. And they're right there at 23.7.
Yeah, he's almost 0.2 quicker every lap. He's just gaining. We talked about how he stretched it to a 2-second lead a little while ago. Now it's up to a 3.2 second lead.
3.5 I got on my end. 3.6.
Yeah, mine only updates every lap, so.
Oh, Nick Olson almost lost it there coming out of 4. He hit the apron, and we got Thomas Latimer going into pit right now. So
this is where he comes in.
Yeah, green flag pit stops are beginning. And we saw it last night, the strategies. It pays off in all 3 series. I mean, it's going to be interesting. I mean, what, we went 40 laps?
Not even. went green on lap 20. It's lap 56.
So almost 40 laps. So 35, 36 laps on fuel, if not a little bit longer, depending on how hard these guys are driving. And it looks like, oh, we got another person going in the pits right now. We got the 20 going in. We've got 17 of Boger going in. Louise is going in. Question is, when is the leader going to pit?
Well, there's only one guy who has the answer to that, Scotty, and that's the leader.
This is true. Ed Adams going in. The Tatas are awesome.
As we see guys pitting, Trevor has not lifted. He is 5 seconds ahead or more. He's got almost a 10-second lead on third place. He has got the hammer down.
Currently passing another lap vehicle right now. Looking at the pit times, and Jim Westerfield has a 6/1000th of a second pit time. I think he might have missed his stall.
That's not good. I know these guys have lost 2 laps going in for the pits. As you see, Ed Adams, Thomas Lattimore, Stephen Massey, I mean, all the way back 16th. These guys were 2 laps down when they came into pit. So they would really, really hate to hear any word that starts with a Y or C right now.
Right? And as the ticker goes by right now, you guys can see that there are only 4 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, these guys need to keep it green, keep it green.
ROPPOLO's going in. VANDERVORSTE is in. Oh, I heard a wreck on the front stretch.
And that was Doug Hess who's going to pull it into the grass here and get off the track. That's good, that's good. That's going to keep it green.
Oh man, let's go ahead and take a quick replay at that.
He looks like he just gets loose off 4 and cannot save it. Goes right into that inside wall. And, well, that safer barrier does not help you at all.
No, I think that might be his night, unfortunately.
He has disconnected from the server.
Well, that is his night then. Trevor ROPPOLO coming back out 3rd position, 1 lap down. Caleb Sheets leading his 1st lap, so he'll get an extra point here tonight.
Something interesting here, Scotty. During those pit stops, Justin Michael got ahead of Trevor ROPPOLO, who is now ahead of Trevor. And when this thing circles around, Justin Michael will be your leader, but Trevor's right there on his bumper. So we got Justin Michael, Trevor ROPPOLO, and then Thomas Lattimore a couple cars back. That's going to be your top 3 once this thing circles around.
Very interesting. It makes me wonder if Justin will pull off the win here. I mean, they're going to have to pit in another 30 laps or so. But as long as they go green. But I'm very happy to say that we had a green flag pit stop.
For him to gain 5 seconds in the pits, he must have taken 2 tires. I mean, same thing with Thomas Lattimore. These guys must have taken 2 tires. Trevor ROPPOLO probably took 4 tires, could afford it. So, I mean, that's something you got to think about too. Like, he knows these guys are willing to take 2. So now, if you have the speed, do you just come down and take 2 to not give them 5 to 6 seconds back? That would be my strategy if I was Trevor ROPPOLO. Yeah, you took 4, you lost that time, but you know you can get around these guys. You know you're quicker in the long run. So on that last pit stop, why not take 2 and not give them 5 seconds back?
Well, I can tell you, just from looking at the pit stop times, everybody did take 4 in fuel, so not sure. I think it's just because of how much of a lead he had. He was able to get back up here so quick.
That's interesting. Well, maybe because he stayed out so long, he lost that time. I remember he stayed out a lot longer than everybody else, so that's
At
probably
least
why
4
he lost
laps.
that time.
Yeah, at least 4 laps. Just want to thank you guys for watching at home. The series is brought to you by BeelineSims. You can find them at BeelineSim.com. That is Kenny Paul. Makes some wonderful additions to the Sim series as far as iRacing goes, custom wheels, custom gauges. So go ahead and check them out. Also want to thank Luis SALMASO, who's racing in the number 4 tonight, and Jaws Graphics for co-sponsoring this chase here on the Yeah Broadcasting Network. And you guys are welcome to chat. Do any shout-outs. Chat is always open.
We appreciate all our sponsors there who helps make this thing happen, that is for sure. Scotty, I was looking at times, and Trevor stayed out 4 to 5 laps after everybody else and realized he was losing about a second or more per lap that he stayed out. So he was pretty much forced to. That he was dealt a hand that he had to play.
Yeah, that tire wear was really getting to him. I mean, he really didn't have... He was making good lap times, but he didn't have to worry about anybody behind him because of that. But as of right now, Justin Michael is running a 22.9, and Trevor's running a 23.2. So, as of the time being, Justin Michael is currently faster. But I think with him being faster, that's going to wear a little bit more because he's trying to keep TREVOR off of him.
Yeah, he was faster in the first run. Then he started to fall off a lot more. So I think Trevor's figured out the long runs. He's going to be that guy who is faster on long runs because he doesn't push it so hard. But as long as this thing stays green, I think Trevor is going to be your winner. If I had to make a pick, anyway, I think that he has that long run speed, and he can make it happen.
It depends on how well this next green flag pit stop goes, but I'm putting bets on either Thomas Lattimore or Louise.
Well, Trevor and Luis are the only guys we've talked about winning this thing who are in the chase, so that would solidify them for the next round.
Will be interesting. Well, no, Lattimore is not in this chase.
No, I said ROPPOLO.
Oh, ROPPOLO, sorry. I honestly thought you said Lattimore.
Biggest mover so far is Justin Michael, 13 positions.
And he did qualify, I do believe.
No, he started 14th with no time.
Oh, okay. Well, he won't get the extra bonus for that. These guys now coming up on lap traffic. Hopefully the lap traffic give them some room and let these guys battle on.
Jonathan Boger won last week, correct?
Correct. Yep, he's locked into the round of 8.
He was ninth fastest tonight. Sat 18th. Did not qualify, so he started 18th. He's currently up to 6th right now.
You know, with him being locked in, he didn't have to show up tonight.
As his owner, I'm going to disagree and say he needed to show up tonight.
Well, then there's that, right?
I'm just happy for my guys, man. I really am. They work very hard. A lot of close communication. Make we try to lift each other up, keep each other motivated, and just look forward. I got everybody in the Chase Cup Series, everybody in the Chase. So we're just really proud of our team all the way around, man. Trucks, B cars, Cup cars. It's been a great year.
Is H-Buff leading in owners points right now?
For which series? Let me look.
This series.
That I have to update the website. I do have it. I'd have to look it up in the files because I didn't update it to the website yet. I probably should have done that before the race, but I'm looking at old right now, and Brad Boer is leading Beeline.
Okay.
Jonathan Boger was third at the time, about 20 to 30 points behind. But let me check my mail.
I know at the Cup Series, I think you are leading. And that's the beautiful thing about ECR. We have an Owners Championship. We have a Manufacturers bonus, which for primarily the entire league runs Chevy. So that's pretty much going to come out on top every time.
So Brad Bohr owns his own car. He's leading right now with 784 points. Ronnie Norman Racing is sitting in second with 772 points. And Jonathan Boger, Haters Make Us Famous, is 753 points. So that's your top three.
That's not bad at all, actually.
James LAHMAN isn't here tonight. He is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's 7th in points driving for Nick Olson. He didn't show up tonight. With Doug Hess getting a DNF, he could have gained a lot of points on him tonight.
But unfortunately, he's not here, so...
Justin Michael has a 54-point lead in owners' points in the Truck Series. When it comes to the Cup Series, Stephen Massey, Haters Make Us Famous, has pretty much got that thing locked up as well.
Yeah, Massey doing very great in the Cup Series overall. I mean, winning a little bit. He's had a lot of top 5 finishes, so...
Like I said, I'm very proud of my Cup guys in owners' points. 1st, 5th, 6th, and 7th in owners' points. You know how big of a payday that's going to be at the end of the year? I won't have to eat at Burger King no more, Scotty.
And we are having some latency issues. It is 10:11, so I'm not really surprised. We just saw Justin Michael getting loose, hopefully. Not sure why this happens, but hopefully you guys can see TREVOR ROPPOLO getting back in the first place. Passed him there on that last couple corners. You know what's funny, Anthony? I have nothing else on the system right now that is running. And we are back to... As far as internet latency goes, the only things that are running are my computer. It's just, some reason where I'm located now, we have really bad internet spikes at about 10 o'clock at night, because it's back to green racing, as far as latency goes. You guys will see it picked right back up there. But a loss of 1,400 frames is not good. But
hey, Reese getting loose off 4.
See that. He's actually running a brand new paint scheme I just did for him today, actually.
These guys are about to be coming in. You're going to see some green flag pit stops here because he almost ran 40 laps on that run. So if we keep an eye out on 2nd and 3rd place, I'm sure you're going to see him coming in here very shortly. TREVOR ROPPOLO making that lead big again at that 0.5. It's not that great, but I mean, he got around them, and they're walking away from the field right now, Scotty. It's going to be TREVOR or Justin that wins this thing if nothing else happens.
I think you might be right. I was looking back at the Wiz, and he's almost 11 seconds behind TREVOR, so...
Steven and Luis having a great battle, though.
Luis just pulled away from him.
Yeah, he got into him there a lap ago.
Now it's Steven and Brad, so And James Nunn right on the inside of him. James Nunn trying to get that inside line here. Get a few more positions before they go back to back in the pit. Kind of sad.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say James Nunn with some surprising speed here tonight. He's going to look low on Luis Salmaso as we see a few guys come into the pits here. Thomas Lattimore, one of them.
Stephen Massey as well. Stephen Massey looks like he almost did not make it. And it's unfortunate to say we really have had no chat activity here tonight. Usually during these ECR races the chat is hopping, but not sure what's going on tonight as far as people's schedules go. So Thomas Lattimore took 4. Nick Olson, the last time he went in, only took 2. He was the only one to take 2. Jim Musterfield in. He's my only Beeline driver, taking all 4 tires right now. Because right now I've got a truck driver and a Beeline driver. Neither of them are in the chase. They are just in for owner's point. That would be Jim Musterfield and George Munger, who George Munger have not seen on the track in a while.
He's been gone. I don't know where he's been.
Oh, Justin Michael coming into the pits hot right now. He bounced off of that apron pretty good. And he's currently speeding in pits, at least according to this. Yeah, he might have got a black flag for that. Oh, that's going to put a damper on his night. Jonathan Boger coming in as well. Ralph VanderVorst coming in.
You said he might have a black flag?
It showed him coming into pits at 38 miles an hour when he crossed the line. At least on IRTVO. It might be off by a few miles an hour, but I'm pretty sure this is correct.
We'll see here. Justin Michael coming out right now.
So the rest of these guys should start be coming in. See a few of them coming in right now. Matthew George also in the chase in the number 28 power rate. I think IRTVO might be funky because I've showed him being 38 miles an hour as they're rounding the corner too.
Same thing for Ed Adams. I just saw him come in at 38, and he went down to 35. So if he doesn't get a black flag, then there's something going on where they're just not giving black flags.
That would be something, wouldn't it? It's the beauty of being able to see how fast these guys are going, the lap times, how many laps they are down, just with this overlay program. And still be able to bring custom overlays to the series and to iRacing itself instead of having just the basic iTicker.
Haynes coming in at a perfect 35 miles an hour.
Interesting. I wonder how many of these guys got black flagged. If they did at all. Maybe something we may need to address after. Brad Bohr is coming in right now. 39-40. Huh. Trevor ROPPOLO, same thing, 37-36. The only thing I can think of is that either the track is not registering how much they're over, or IRTVO is not syncing with the actual speed.
I'm getting the same speed you're getting, Scotty, and I'm in the room watching.
Interesting. Because I know sometimes with third-party programs it's iffy. Caleb Sheet.
What? Where's Caleb? What's he doing?
41 miles an hour when he crossed the line.
Oh, that might be a black. Let me see if he went down at all. If he went down below with the normal 35, he might have offset this. When he crossed the line, I have 36.
Huh.
That was different.
As I said, there might be a little bit of input lag. But Justin Michael is back to your current leader, and we have 43 laps to go. And these guys might have to make one more pit stop, I do believe.
James Dunn found himself into the top 5 there, ahead of Stephen Massey and Luis SALMASO.
Caleb Sheets is coming back out now. We'll see if he gets black flagged to come back in. Oh, he's running around just like normal.
Interesting.
So Trevor ROPPOLO is now 5 seconds behind Justin Michael. And, you know, I think you called it earlier, saying that these guys would be it, you know.
You can't tell me that Trevor, they all took 4. There's no way, like, Justin is 5 seconds ahead and they all took 4. Something happened here. We missed something.
No, the only ones, Nick Olson I don't think has come in, or he's gone, but he's the only one that had less than an 8-second pit stop.
Yeah, I think Nick disconnected.
So yeah, everyone took 4 in fuel.
Wow. Well, Trevor's already down to 4.7. I don't know if they'll have to pit again though, Scotty. Let's see. It's lap 112. Yeah, I mean,
Even clutching it won't save them.
they came out on lap 100, 101, so they'd have to do a 50-lap run. Not sure if that's possible.
Not yet. I don't think so, unless they shut off their ignitions and you know, on the front stretch or in the corners, and then pump right back into it.
Let me go see if anybody will snitch. I'll be right back.
All right.
The most these drivers got out of a fuel run was 38 laps, Scotty. They will be coming in again.
Oh man, let's hope they make it a green flag pit stop.
That would be 3 green flag pit stops back to back.
Yeah, because we've only had 1 caution, so we've had 5 lead changes though, which is basically between ROPPOLO and Michael.
Caleb Sheets was one of the leaders. He stayed out later, which, you know, he's paying for that now. He's a lap down, so as you know, you can stay out to get that bonus point, but you're probably going to lose a lot of positions in the process. As he gets that lap back right now, he's getting around Justin Michael as we speak to get his lap back. He's probably out of anybody hoping for a caution right now.
I believe you're right, and he is the last person on the lead lap right now. 8 vehicles out of possible 20 on the lead lap.
happened to Dalton? He was practicing, but he never gridded.
I'm not sure. I know he's been having a few internet issues, so hopefully he's trying to get them fixed.
Those that don't know, Dalton Tucker has been at the defending end of a few wins that got taken away from him this year. He 2 wins, to be exact, that later just were stripped for one reason or another. We always tell these guys in drivers meeting to be honest, be upfront. If we go back and we see footage that'll get you an EOL to your finishing results because you broke a rule or you didn't do something that you were supposed to do, we will give you an EOL to your results. Well, that's what happened to Dalton last week, and he won the race, but they ended up giving it to Thomas because Dalton got an EOL. He ended up pitting way too late on his pit stops, which helped him gain a lot of track time and ultimately getting him the win.
Yeah, it's unfortunate we had to pull those from him, but we've pulled from others as well.
And Thomas Lattimore doing the short pitting. He's going to short pit it. Lap 120 here, bringing it in. We got anybody else? We got, let's see. That is it. Thomas Lattimore, lone wolf in it.
Strategy. 30 laps to go. He knows he could make it on fuel.
He's going to try to get them fresh tires out there and compete against these guys on old tires, hoping they stay out and it stays green. That just might work, Scotty.
Very interesting. Hopefully it will play in his favor. We're going to go to a quick commercial break brought to you by BeelineSim products. We'll be right back, folks.
The Desk Dash from BeelineSim. A fully functional USB-powered gauge cluster for your sim rig that comes with a 10,000 RPM tachometer, oil temperature, water temperature, oil pressure, and fuel level gauges. At BeelineSim, we integrate professional-grade gauges from Marshall Instruments, control hardware and software from simprojects.com, and our own cross-connects and chassis fabrication to bring you a plug-and-play solution that is pre-tested, pre-assembled, and pre-configured. The Desk Dash has a programmable shift indicator, warning indicators, and your choice of orange or white backlighting with the flick of a switch. The Desk Dash, only from BeelineSim. If you're looking for realism, it doesn't get any better than this. This is the finish line. This is Beeline. Visit us on the web at BeelineSim.com.
Alright folks, we are back from commercial break and we have people starting to come in all ready for pits.
Scotty, during those commercial breaks, I don't know if a lot of you guys caught it, if you haven't caught it before, but those BeelineSim products are amazing. That dash actually shows you how much fuel you have left. What a great thing to have in here when, they just give you an estimate to tell you how many laps you have left, but sometimes it's nice to know, when you can see it right there in front of you.
And I could tell you it works a lot better than some of the apps that are out there on tablets and phones. I have an app on my phone, and I don't know how accurate it is, but to have the actual physical dash kit there is amazing.
I wonder how much that thing goes for.
I think 150.
For the BeelineSim dash?
Yeah, it might.
Wow.
I know the wheel conversion kit for the G27 is 125.
And what does that do?
Basically it changes it from the standard G27 wheel to a full race car wheel with extra buttons.
Nice. That's beautiful. Welcome, Richard, to the broadcast. Hope you're enjoying it.
Yes, definitely welcome. Glad some guys are chatting it up in here. Definitely do appreciate the audience. I know we're not getting as big as an audience here tonight as we normally have. It might just be due to the race itself.
Only 19 out here tonight, 17 cars currently on the track, but it's been a lot of battling. A lot of guys battles on the track. But you know, Trevor and actually, where is he? Justin Michael. He must have been earlier. Justin Michael and Trevor have been going back and forth for leads. So we think one of these guys is going to win it, but you never know what happens. Thomas Lattimore. This is the story we got going on here to catch everybody up. Thomas Lattimore pit. What lap was that, Scotty?
Oh God, it was early.
120.
Yeah.
10 laps ago.
Yeah.
So he pit early. Everybody else has came in about 5 to 6 laps after him. So we're going to see how that works out for Thomas and what happens, because he was running third.
And now he's 2 laps down at 7th.
And let's look at this. If caution comes out, God forbid, knock on wood. But Brad Boger, Caleb Sheets are in 2nd and 3rd. They had no shot at finishing 2nd and 3rd had this thing stayed green. Trevor ROPPOLO, Brad Boger, Caleb Sheets. 3 cars in the lead lap right now. And I think Trevor's about to come into the pits.
I think you may be right on that. Yeah, because Justin Michael's still showing 2 laps down. Rob Haynes is in 4th, 1 lap down. Caleb Sheets. Oh, Justin Michael hitting that wall a little bit. Brad Boger sitting in 2nd, though.
Trevor's staying out, Scotty. I don't understand the strategy here. Maybe he is really hoping for a caution. And if he does, this thing's almost sealed up for him. I mean, he'd only have to beat Brad Boger and Caleb Sheets, and he's showing a lot more speed than them guys here tonight. So see what happens, but as of right now, he's still not coming in.
Well, we've got 15 laps left to go. We got Richard saying, looking and sounding good as per usual. Congratulations to us for having the BeelineSim series here on the App Broadcasting Network.
Definitely appreciate it, and I'm so happy that Broadcasting came along for the BeelineSim series, man. Can't wait to have you next year. I know you're going to miss a few races next year because you're going to get an itch and you're going to find yourself in the car one of them weeks. I know it. You can say you're not gonna, but you're going to find an itch somewhere.
Man, you know, I was thinking about that too, honestly, and I think it all depends on how Todd Gillie's schedule is, because I plan on having Todd in the booth and me Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesday nights when we run.
So he's not going to race either?
I think it's going to depend on the series. He's not sure yet himself.
Well, I can tell you this. I'm going to have a series. I'm going to not broadcast, but I am going to fund and sponsor, and that's going to be the K&N cards. Haven't figured out the night, but I want to put on a K&N card season on top of the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights that we have. Not sure what night we're going to run, but it's going to be every other week. And there's going to be no chase. So
old school point
information. Old school points, man. Old school points. Yep.
I think we should run it on Saturday nights, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, Saturday nights every other week. It'd be great, man. You know, it kind of gives everybody a little bit more time to practice. Anticipation rises, and I think it'll be good. And I'm also not going, like, if you run in it, you can run for a championship and run for one of our top 3 series in a championship, so that will be cool as well.
That is cool, yeah, because that would make sense because it's not one of the 3-tiered series. No,
I think it'll help with numbers.
I think you're right too. I'm looking forward to that, and you would see my ass in one of those cars. I tell you what, I'm racing in Gauss's league right now.
Me too, man. I'm there when I can be. You know, I can only be there every other week, hence why I want to put on a K&N series every other week.
Hey, it's one way to do it. We are down to 11 laps to go. And
I don't know what's going to happen here, bud.
I don't think these guys that are laps down are going to be able to get it back. And even if we work to go to caution, Ken Worley's going in right now. Or no, he's coming out. Sorry. Wrong angle.
Can Trevor ROPPOLO stretch it 12 more laps and run like half throttle? I mean, he's got a 14-second lead. He could probably just run half throttle and stretch. I don't know. I don't know what his plans are. But if he comes in, he's pretty much given up that lead. And he has all but dominated this race tonight, leading the most laps. Fastest in practice. Qualified on the pole. Been running first almost the whole race except for pits. So, you know, it would be a shame for him to stay out as long as he has and it not work in his favor. But I'll tell you who would really love that is Rob Haynes. Because if he goes and pits, Rob Haynes is ahead of Justin Michael right now. Rob Haynes will end up your winner.
Nope, Brad Boger.
Well, Brad's got a pit too, don't he?
Maybe. He's 15 seconds behind right now, so.
His last lap that he pit was lap 106.
Oh, yeah. And Caleb Sheets is sitting in third right now as well, so.
Your whole top three is praying for a caution. That way, they're pretty much guaranteed a top three.
Where's Josh Sheets when we need him?
And Rob Haynes, hell, he'll even take a caution because he'd be your lucky dog.
Right? We got Jim Westerfield going in. He just did not make it.
Justin Michael, I think, got around. Yes, he did. He got around Rob Haynes. So Justin Michael would actually be your lucky dog if the caution comes out right now.
Well, with 6 laps to go, it would be close.
These guys have already stretched it past what we thought was possible, so.
Let's see if Justin can stretch it out these last 5 laps. He's going on the high side. He's losing a lot of speed in the corners, but strategy. Keep in that position.
You know, I don't think Trevor's a dummy. I just think he knows that he is saving gas, and he's still running respectable laps, man. I don't get it. He's still running respectable laps, and he's looking like he's gonna make it to the end here.
He's got a 16-second lead and gaining, so you know that's one thing to point out.
Maybe he was just banging on a caution. I don't know. We're coming to 2 to go here, though, Scotty, and that would be amazing if he made a stretch, man. More power to him. And then Brad Boger and Caleb Sheets as well, figuring something out to hold on to a top 3. Who would have thought Justin Michael would finish 4th a lap down after the battles that we've seen here tonight?
You're correct in that. You remember, was it earlier in the year or last year, Christian Snyder finished with no gas coming across the start-finish line first.
I'm telling you, it can happen, man. The inaugural race for ECR and iRacing was Daytona in the trucks, and I was sitting 6th, about 1 to go. Everybody in front of me runs out of gas. I run out of gas in turn 4, coasted across the finish line for the win. Amazing stories. I mean, when it comes down to stuff like that, it just makes it that more awesome. It really does. Justin's already congratulating Trevor. Trevor says thank you. He's gonna make it.
Oh man, he probably just had enough fuel. I'll let you do the interview with him tonight.
He stretched it, what, 43 laps? 42, 43 laps?
Yeah, he must have been clutching or shutting off the ignition, something. Because that is one thing, is if you have your ignition key to one of your hotkeys, you have more power to do that. So your official winners here tonight are the 90 of TREVOR ROPPOLO, the 15 of Brad Boger, 26 of Caleb Sheets, all Chase contenders, followed by the 2 of Justin Michael, 68 of Rob Haynes, 86 of Thomas Lattimore, 20 of Stephen Massey, 4 of Luis Salmaso, 17 of Jonathan Boger, and the 25 of James Nunn, rounding out your top 10. Followed by the 46 of Ed Adams, the 66 of Ralph Vandervorst, the 69 of David Bortney, 99 of Ken Worley, 28 of Matthew George, 45 of Daniel Reese, 62 of Jim Westerfield, 24 of Nick Olson, 31 of Douglas Hess, and Dalton Tucker did not grid, and Anthony was our race control and awesome helper in the broadcast booth.
Been a heck of a race, Scotty. I wasn't surprised about the winner, but I am surprised about our 2nd and 3rd place finishers here tonight. That's strategy. That is strategy at its finest, and man, love seeing it. Love seeing. And this is this is exactly why we were talking about owner's points earlier. Remember, we were talking about owner's points. You don't always have to be the fastest or be the guy who wins the most races to win the owner championship. And Brad Borer once again goes and shows people that you can have strategy. You can be 20th fastest in practice, qualify 10th, and still finish second place. So congrats to him. Congrats to Caleb Sheets on his third place finish. Justin Michael coming in and subbing, finishing fourth. Rob Haynes in fifth. I mean, these guys did a great job, but TREVOR ROPPOLO just pulls it off. I'm still waiting. I was trying to get Justin Michael in here. Hopefully we'll get an interview with him and he shows up. But I got Caleb Sheets down here, the number 26 car, driving for Haters Make Us Famous Racing. Great job here tonight, Caleb. When you qualified third, I was pretty amazed. I saw you were 14th fastest, and I said, man, he must be sandbagging it. But you qualified third. You finished third. What are your thoughts tonight, bud?
Yeah, it was pretty hard fought. I started the race out pretty good, running second, but that second round of the race, I fell back to 10th or 11th, so I tried to get on a different strategy there and just try to make it a two-stop race, I think is what it was, or stop race, and that.
Were you hoping that there wasn't going to be a caution? Like, what was the strategy going on in your head there?
Go green all the way, make it a two-stop race, and saw a lot of other guys were pitting 3 times. Brad were on the same strategy.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. You did good. And anybody you want to thank here? I know that you're still running for the championship. We saw them green numbers. So as you guys see, everybody here running for a championship got the top 3. That was pretty awesome to see. So moving forward here, what is the plan for the next race and advancing on this championship?
I had a pretty good point margin above the cutoff after this race. So I had a pretty good one going into this race. So just run a smooth race, not take any risky moves, just run smooth, make sure I finish out of laps, and I think that should get me to that.
Hell yeah, man. Anybody you want to thank here tonight?
My owner for giving me a car to get on track, and the broadcast booth for race. And it was a pretty clean race. Everybody raced each other pretty clean, so that was good.
All right, man. Well, sounds good. Congrats again on your top 3. Just goes to show that if you hang in there, strategy can and will pay off. We got Brad Borer in that 15 Monster Energy car, finishing second. Brad Borer, you were 20th fastest in practice. You qualified 10th, and then you found something and kept it clean. Realized that strategy was going to pay off in this race because there was only 1 caution. You guys had 3 pit stops. Actually, I think it was 4. 4 pit stops under green flag conditions, and you ended up making strategy pay off, man. Congrats on your second place finish.
I appreciate it, man. God, today was a struggle though. I right when I signed on iRacing, everything just took a crap on me, and I had to hurry up and configure my computer. So I was running on default settings. My wheel was off, and that's why I think I qualified terrible. But then I started just kind of getting used to it. I think I was taking it much easier because of that, and that kind of helped me keep going up. And then yeah, the pitch strategy also worked.
Well, again, congratulations, man, on your second place finish. Pit strategy definitely paid off. Was there any? Actually, let me ask you this question: when was the point where you realized, holy crap, we can actually pull the top 3 out of this thing?
Well, I think before the last pit stop, I think I was like in 5th, and then I think I stayed out a little bit longer on both runs than a lot of people. So then I just realized at the end, let's just go for it.
Awesome, man. Well, there's a reason that you are leading in owners points. Obviously, you know something, and congrats on that as well. You're probably going to maintain the owners points again with that second place finish here tonight. So congratulations on that. Congratulations on most likely advancing here with a good finish. Next week you should be advancing. So congrats on all that, man. I'm sure you're keeping the sponsors happy. Is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Well, I would just like to thank BeelineSim, appreciate it, and appreciate you guys for broadcasting today's race.
All right, man. Scotty, you got anything for him?
Just a hell of a run out there. A lot of good battles going on, and definitely glad to see you up here in second place.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
All right. right. Scotty, do you have our winner tonight, or would you like me to take that?
I do believe we have TREVOR ROPPOLO up here with us. Congratulations on you for dominating. I mean, completely dominating. We had a hell of a battle going on between you and Justin Michael, but your strategy seemed to work out.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean that was like the perfect race. I mean, I worked hard. My back is sweaty. It's my wrists are sore, my thumbs are sore. That was hard work. And like you said, Justin was short-term gain with that short pitting stuff. I knew it wasn't going to work for him, but he tried, and it was fun battling him there. For the lead there late in that run. I had way better tires at the time, and I was just kind of messing around with him. I knew I'd get by him eventually. So, and then after I did, I took off, and that was it. That was the last I saw anybody.
Man, oh man, yeah. No, it's definitely great to see that. What was your strategy on getting enough fuel to run that? Because we saw a lot of guys go in just the very near end of the race. Were you shutting off your ignition or clutching real hard? I mean,
I was clutching just for money in the bank, but I already had it. I was like within a lap, and by the end I had like 3 or 4 laps left. I'd clutch it every once in a while. I had such a lead, I could do that. Really, I knew that Justin wasn't going to make it. So I can't say I planned that at the beginning of the race. I kind of walked ass backwards into that strategy. But usually if you can, run out a tank, go in, run out another tank, you're looking pretty good. I'm just not if these things can go green like this, like it did, then, I'm golden. So it was perfect for me.
You were golden here tonight, Trevor. We were talking in the booth the whole race tonight where we were looking at strategy, and we didn't think anybody was going to make it. So when Thomas pit early, we thought it was his. And then Justin pit, and I'm like, oh, man, here we go. Everybody's starting to come in. But then we saw you, Brad, and Caleb stay out. And I started thinking, well, what are these guys doing differently? Because I was told in the Discord that nobody could go that far in gas. And you just seemed to prove everybody wrong tonight and go on to win this race. So at what point did you realize that you were going to be able to make it to the end, or were you just hoping it would make it to the end?
I knew from the onset, I knew I could win this race. This is a good track for me. I needed it to go green, and it had that look to it. And I was just kind of praying with 10 to go that we didn't get a caution. Once we got to 5 to go, I knew I was all set. But, yeah, I think strategy-wise, like I said, it wasn't anything I planned. I like to run out the tank. So run it out, go get gas, run it out, go get gas. It's burned me before, and this time it worked. I wish I was smart enough to do math and drive at the same time, but I'm really not. So I'll say there's a little luck involved there.
oh, all right. Anthony, you got anything else for him?
I ain't got nothing for him except for congratulations, man.
Thanks,
Hell of a
man.
show. You and Justin Michael, man. You guys, hell of a show. Enjoyed watching it. Enjoyed the action there. You were very fast. Obviously, the guy to beat all night long. You kept everybody in your mirror. So when things stay green like that and you don't get into anybody, it's hard to stop somebody. And you did an amazing job here tonight. You could have pit and then lost the race and gave it to somebody else, but you paid attention and just went on to win it, man. So congrats again.
Thank you.
And I did bring Thomas Lattimore into the booth in that number 86. I wanted to get a question from him. Thomas, are you there?
I got you.
Hey, Thomas, there was like 30 to go, I think, when you came in and pit. Were you thinking that they weren't going to make it to the end? Just run us through what you were thinking there.
I kind of shot myself in the foot on that first round of green flag stops to short pitted to try to gain some time on Trevor and Justin. And then doing that, I gained a little bit, but I still wasn't able to leapfrog them. And they pulled away a little bit more. So then I short pitted again. I wasn't really thinking fuel at the time. And when doing that, it took me out of the range to go. I could go 45 laps on fuel. That's what I had done in practice. So I got to looking at laps. I said, I screwed myself out of the going for it at the end like that by short and pitting 2 times and really not even gaining anything out of it. And so I actually pitted twice within, I think, like 50 laps there, because I was going to I threw an audible at it and said, okay, I pitted there. Let's go ahead and short pit real quick again. And maybe those guys will try to stretch it. And I knew if they tried to stretch it, they'd be going slow and be having the fresher tires by about 25 laps. I'd be able to come back around, but it just wasn't meant to be.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. You came in tonight, short notice. You didn't get any prior practice. You know, you put in about 83 laps in practice. That was second fastest. You qualified second fastest. And you were running pretty much top 5 the whole race, pretty much third and fourth the whole race. But you end up 6th, so it's not too bad. Probably not what you wanted, but again, congrats on top 10. Hell of a race there. Fun watching you, and thanks for stepping up and stepping in for that 86 car. I'm sure Conover's happy. Conover, you know, 6th place would be ecstatic. So good job here tonight, man. Anybody you want to thank?
Just for you letting me get up in the ride. I sold my team with the incident stuff I was having early in the season, and I just wanted to get in here and get some seat time and get ready for the race tomorrow, even though it's a different track. Anytime you can get used to a feeling of the car and just working the wheel and the pedals, it can't hurt. So that's all I really wanted to do. And you just let me get in here. I wanted that top 3, and I had it, but those guys pulled some strategy out their asses. So a 6 ain't bad. You know, I come in here, and I was up there. I had a point where I was looking to take the lead, and TREVOR, he kind of took a defensive line, and I went in the corner, and I at that point right there, I said, let's don't be too aggressive and wreck anybody here coming into a series. It's not for me, even though I believe TREVOR's probably locked into the next round before this, but I didn't want to wreck nobody, period. So I just kind of fell back in the third and was riding my race and just didn't get that podium finish, even though I'm in here talking now, so I'm happy.
Oh, congrats again, man. Scotty, what an amazing night, amazing race watching these guys. It did not turn out how we thought it would as far as
One caution.
I mean, yeah, nobody here I thought was thinking, oh, it's going to be one caution race. It's been a while since we seen Dover with one caution. I know last year we had 5 and 4 cautions. The year before that, 2015, we had a no caution race. So tonight, one caution, almost as good. Very, very great racing here tonight. I know this is it for you. As far as the rest of the week goes, tomorrow night we go over to Ford Entertainment Group at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Cup cars, but you'll be back here Monday night in the trucks at Talladega. So if you guys want to see that Talladega action, make sure you stay tuned in next Monday night. Talladega here on the Yeah Broadcasting Network, and I believe you'll have us here again Tuesday night next week at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the BeelineSim series. So take it away, man.
Yes, you are correct on that. We will be here at 9:21 p.m. Eastern, 9:21 p.m. Eastern, 8:21 p.m. Central, and for both Monday and Tuesday. And just want to give you a quick update on the screen right now. This is your current chase standings. You have the 17 of Boger locked in, the 90 of ROPPOLO locked into the round of 8. And then by points, we have Caleb Sheets, Brad Boer, Rob Haynes, Louis SALMASO, Ralph VANDERVORSTE, Ken Worley, Matthew George, SOUCY, LAHMAN, and Morrison. So as of right now, we have 4 people, Matthew George, SOUCY, LAHMAN, and Morrison, all sitting on the cusp of who will make it into the round of 8.
And Scotty, SOUCY, LAHMAN, and Morrison didn't make it tonight. So there's 3 people right there who are probably going to get eliminated when the action is that close. You know, the 3 races, man, Kentucky, Dover, and Charlotte. Next week is going to tell the tale. These boys, SOUCY, LAHMAN, and Morrison, are probably looking for a win if they want to advance to that round of 8.
And I know with Charlotte being next week for these guys, that's going to be a real tough race out there. It's a very fast track. Ought to be good track conditions, and hopefully we can see a great race like we saw here tonight.
And anybody out there looking for a driver?
Let me get you signed. Let me get you signed for next week.
I'd love to get up in there.
All right, well,
It's been a fun night, Scotty. I love hanging out with you in the booth, man.
appreciate it, Anthony. We got not Rob Haynes, Ronnie Norman saying, hey, unfortunately he had to back out of the race of the chase this season, but definitely made a good run all year long. And with that said, we are going to close it out here tonight, guys. I want to thank all you guys for watching. Thank you for the likes and the subscriptions. Make sure you guys check us out next week on Monday night. And Anthony, you got anything last to say?
Hey! That's about it, though, man.
All right, you guys have a great night.